The strong man who does not fear the meek never knows what victory is. Welcome to a fresh episode, and where we're going to section 4 of Surah Hud of the Quran. And it concerns the prophet Nuhu. We're going to continue with the section that concerns the prophet Nuhu or Noah. Namshi. Uhiya ila Nuhin annahu lan yumina min qaumika illa man kad amana fala tabta'isu bima kanu yaf'alun. It was revealed to Noah, in inverted commas now, none of thy people will believe except those who have believed already. So no more extra people will believe. Those who have believed with you already are there, and there will be no change in the number. Okay. So grieve no longer over their evil deeds. Evil is in brackets. So grieve no longer over their deeds. Fala tabta'isu bima kanu yaf'alun. Okay. There is a commentary to read, 1529. Let me read the previous, what do you call it? Note. Yes, I think we did. Or answer for their conduct, for the ultimate return to his judgment seat. Yes, we've done it. So we're going to 1529. The story of Noah is resumed. The story of Noah is resumed. A point was reached, when it was clear that there was no hope of saving the sinners, who were courting their own destructions. Full stop. It was to be a great flood. It was to be a great flood. Full stop. So Noah was ordered to construct a great ark or ship, a heavy vessel to remain afloat in the flood so that the righteous could be saved in it. So you see, the idea of ships did not start today. It started thousands of years ago, probably 4,000 and beyond, during the time of Noah. 4,000 years and beyond during the time of Noah. And it was God the Almighty who taught us the use of ship, who taught us how to construct ship, who brought the idea of floating in water on ships or in ships, so that the righteous could be saved in it. Yes, that's 1529 to section 4, ayah 36. Let's go to ayah sign 37. وأصنع الفلك وأصنع الفلك ووهينا 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 ولا تهتبني في الدنيا ولا تبتني في دين ولا تبتني في زين ظلم. But construct an ark. وأصنع construct الفلك an ark بأعيننا before our face. بأعيننا unina under our eyes, but construct an ark under our eyes. Unina under our eyes and our inspiration, and address me no further on behalf of those who are in sin. So God is angry now with those who are in sin. Yes, his patience, God's patience has been stretched to a limit. So he tells Moses now to construct an ark under our eyes. When he says our eyes, he means God's eyes, and our inspiration. Wa wahyina wa under aspiration. Wala taha wala tahtab wala tahtabni wala tabtini fi dinin zalamu, and address me no further on behalf of those who are in sin. You see, he kept on praying for his people. And God now said, no, do not pray for them anymore. God himself saw everything. Huwa basirun, huwa alimin basirun. He knows, he saw. Or here, huwa sami'un basirun. He heard everything. He saw everything that they did. And he tells Moses, do not address me again concerning them. Enough is enough. Me no further on behalf of those who are in sin. Innahum mukrakuna. Innahum mukrakuna. Innahum mukrakuna. For they are about to be overwhelmed in the flood, like Moses. This word mukrakuna or garab is also used when with Pharaoh, not Moses, with Pharaoh, So they were overwhelmed by the flood like it was done with Pharaoh or Fir'auna. All right, 13:1530. Let's go to the commentary. It was to be built under the special instructions of God. It was to be built under the special instructions of God. Please let me add himself, of God. And pardon me if I am going wrong there, because this clause himself, I don't know if it's right or not, pardon me. And under instructions of God, to serve the special purpose it was intended to serve. And what purpose was it? To serve Noah and his people, or to save Noah and his people alone, minus his son. I think that was Canaan, and the wife. What was the name? The wife's name? I think it's Naama. Okay, pardon me if I'm wrong. So, we now go to ayah 38. وَيَصْنَعُ الْفُلْكَ وَكُلَّمَا مَرَّ عَلَيْهِ مَلَأٌ مِنْ قَوْمِهِ سَخِرُوا مِنْهُ. Forthwith, he starts is in brackets. Forthwith, he starts constructing the ark. Column. Every time that the chiefs al-Malaku of the people, Kome, passed by Marra, they threw ridicule on him. وَكُلَّمَا مَرَّ عَلَيْهِ مَلَأٌ مِنْ قَوْمِهِ سَخِرُوا مِنْهُ. They threw ridicule on him. Today, you are a messenger. Tomorrow, you are a carpenter. taunting him. Hmm? Okay, ridicule on him. He said, okay, sorry, Kala, intasiru minna, fa inna nasharu minkum, kama tasharuna. He said, Moses said, if you ridicule me, if you ridicule us now, this time it was not him, it was he and his family and loved ones and animals. If ye ridicule us now, we, into brackets, in our turn, can look down on you with ridicule likewise. They didn't know what they were doing when he was constructing the ark or the ship. They were laughing, ridiculing him. And he says, if you're doing it now, we will do it to you in turn later, or likewise. Okay. The commentary is 1531. The ridicule of the sinners, from their own point of view, was natural. Here was a prophet turned carpenter. He was a prophet turned carpenter. Exclamation mark. Here was a plain in the higher reaches of the Mesopotamian basin, drained by the majestic Tigris, over 800 to 900 miles from the Sea of Arabia, Arabian Gulf in a straight line. Exclamation mark. Yet he talks of a flood like the sea. Of course, they wouldn't believe. Yet he talks of a flood like the sea. All natural civilizations pride themselves on their public works and their drainage schemes. Full stop. And here was a fellow relying on God, but did not rely on God, exclamation mark, but did not their narrow pride seem ridiculous also to the prophet of Allah? And that is exclamation mark. Here were men steeped in sin, steeped, steeped. Here were men steeped in sin and insolence, exclamation mark again. And they pit themselves against the power and the promise of God, exclamation mark. Truly a contemptible race is man. Yes, truly a contemptible race is man. So man is a contemptible race. Apart from the animals and other creatures. Okay. We go to sign 32, which is still pointing to sign. Sorry, we go to note 1532. So note 1531 and 1532 all are related to sign 38. So let's go to 1532. The Arabic aorist may be construed either by the present tense or the future tense. Aorist is spelled Aorist, or the present tense, and both make good sense here. Following Zamakshari, I construe in the present tense because the future is so tragic for the sinners. For the time being, the worldly ones look down on the believers as they always do, but the believers relied on God. and pitied their critics for knowing no better. Then exclamation mark followed by a hyphen. For their arrogance was really ridiculous. For their arrogance was really ridiculous. And that's the note, and that's the second note to sign 38 of section 4 of the Holy Quran. We now go to sign 39. فسوف تعلمون من يأتيه عذاب يزيه ويحل عليه عذاب مقيم. But soon will ye know who it is on whom will descend a chastisement that will cover them with shame. Azabun mukimun biyahillu bihi wa yahillu alayhi azabun adim. That's cover them. Yahillu alayhim. Cover them with shame. Cover them with shame. Mukinun. That will cover with shame, on whom all he unloosed a chastisement lasting, on whom will be unloosed. Unloosed is spelled UNLOOSED. On whom will be unloosed a chastisement lasting. Man yatihu azabun yahzihi wa yahillu alayhim azabun makin. Yes. No commentary for that. We go to sign. No, there isn't. We go to sign 40. Hatta iza jaa amruna. Hatta iza jaa amruna. Wafara atanuru fulkin. أهمل فيها من كل زوجين من كل زوجين أتين. Let's stop there. At length, behold, there came our command. At length, behold, there came our command. Hatta iza jaa amrna, our command. And the fountains of the earth gush forth. Wafaza atanuru. Wafaza atanuru kulna. Wafaza atanuru kulna. And the fountains of the earth gush off. We said, kulna, embark therein of each kind of male and female. Kulna, ihmul fiha, embark therein. Ihmul fiha, min kulli zawjini, itnaini. That's where we stopped. and back therein of each kind of two, male and female. من كل الزوجين اثنين. Two, male and female اثنين. Two, male and female زوجين. Two, اثنين. Then زوجين, male and female. وأهلك إلا من وأهلك إلا من سبق عليه القوم, and your family. أهلك, sorry, I just say أهلك. Yeah, well, أهلك and your family إلا من سبق عليه القول. And your family, except those against whom the word has already gone forth. There is a commentary for that phrase, has already gone forth. We'll go to that later. عليه القوم ومن آمن. The word has gone against forth, and the believers. ومن آمن, and the believers. وما وما آمن معه, and the believers, إلا قليل, and the believers, but only a few believed with him. معه إلا قليلا, and only the believers believed in him, and only a few believed in him. Please let me take it in English straight, and let's see the whole sign. At length, behold, there came our command, and the fountains of the earth gushed forth. We said, embark therein of each kind, two, male and female, and your family, Ahleka, except those against whom the word has already gone forth, and the believers, but only a few believed with him. So let's go to the phrase I talked about earlier. Those against whom the word has already gone forth. And this is commentary for it, 1535. Oh no, I've left earlier commentaries. There are commentaries above that, and that is 133, 134 before that one. Please take note. 133. Faratan Nuru. We did it here. Faratan Nuru. Where is it? No. Faratan Nuru. That was 133. That was rather 133. Man kulli zawjatin itnini wa ahlika illa man sofa alayhi fawlun wa man amana min ma'ahu illa qawmin. Where is this Faratan Nuhu? Okay. حتى إذا جاءهم وفارت النور قلنا we said. So فارت النور is what we're going to explain here. It's in the first sentence of Ayah 40, فارت النور. Two interpretations have been given, that's to فارت النور. One, the fountains or the springs on the surface of the earth bubbled over and gushed forth. That was the explanation in the English section of the verse. Farata Nuru. Or two, the oven boiled over, the oven boiled over. Full stop. The former has the weight of the best authority behind it, and I prefer it. Yes, you've used it. You prefer it, and you use it, and you prefer it. Prefer it. Okay. Moreover, the same phrase occurs in chapter 23, verse 27, where it is a clause coordinated into brackets as here with the coming of God's command. Full stop. These two passages may be compared with Leviticus, I think that's LIV, Leviticus 11 to 12, where it is said that water poured forth from the skies and gushed forth from the springs. Full stop. Uh, this double action, is familiar to anyone who has seen floods on a large scale. Full stop. The rain from above will saturate the great Arafat plateau, Arafat plateau, and give great force to the springs and fountains in the valley of the Tigris below. So please take note of the reference to Leviticus. So you see, Muslims actually have read the Bible, both Old and New Testament, and are still reading it because the book, the last part of the Revelation, that's the Quran, commands Muslims to go back and refer to it. They go back to refer to it, they get some that are straight and some verses that are crooked or invented. So that's this. You can see so many times we've been referred to the Bible, and this book was written centuries ago. All right. But do Christians read the Quran like that? In large numbers like that? Or let's say en masse like that? Uh, so, springs and fountains in the valley of the Tigris below. So we now go to one, that was 1533 to Ayah 39. We now go to Ayah 41, which has no commentary. Oh no, we're still on 34, which has three commentaries, 1534 and 1533. I think we've done it. Okay, yeah, Zawjin. Okay, let's repeat it. No harm in repeating it. We go to 1534. Zawjin, that's two. The dual number refers to the two individuals in each pair of opposite sex, that's male and female. Some of the most authoritative commentators, e.g., Imam Razi, construe in this sense, though others construe it to mean two pairs of each species. Okay. Now we go to 1535 of the same sign 39. A disobedient and recalcitrant son, or stepson, or grandson, into brackets, either stepson, into brackets, either stepson or grandson, I think that's the Canaan, of Noah is mentioned below That's chapter 9, verse 42 to 43. And then verses 42 to 43, and then verses 45 to 56. A member of the family who breaks away from the traditions of the family in things that matter ceases to share in the privilege of the family. He was drowned. Shortcut. He was drowned. Then we now go to 42. Oh, I think we are now going to read the verse itself. Oh, sometimes let me read these verses. Okay, no problem. We have read the commentaries already. Yes, we've read 40. وقال اركبوا فيها بسم الله مغريها. So he said, we haven't read it. 41, we haven't read it, but we've read the commentary. Please, we can make use of it still. We won't read the commentary anymore. We'll go back and look at what we said. وقال اركبوا فيها بسم الله مجريها ومرساها. So he said, embark ye on the ark in the name of God, Bismillah, whether it move or be it at rest. فيها Bismillah مجريها, either it move or marsaha, whether it moves or it is at rest, or marsaha or at rest. Inna Rabbi lagafurun rahim, or at rest. For thy Lord is be sure, oft forgiven, most merciful. So Noah said, embark ye on the ark in the name of God, whether it move or be at rest. For thy Lord is, be sure, oft forgiven, most merciful. That is why we said there was no commentary. Now we go to 42. So the ark sailed with them on the waves, into brackets, towering like mountains. وهي تجري بهم في الموج كالجبال ونادى نوح ابنه, and God called his son. So the ark sailed with them on the waves, into brackets, soaring like mountains, and Nuhu called out to his son, ابنه, وكان في مغزل يا بني أركب معنا ولا تكونوا مع الكافرين. Oh, he loved the boy. And Noah called out to his son, Canaan, who had separated himself from the rest. ابنه وكان في مغزل, separated himself from the rest. Ya Baniya, from the rest. Ya Baniya, oh my son. Ya Baniya, oh my son, embark with us. Irkabu ma'ana. Embark with us. Irkabu ma'ana. And be not with the unbelievers. Wakanu ولا تكونوا مع الكافرين, and do not be with the unbelievers. That's 42. The commentary is there. 42. Oh, 42. Oh, where is the commentary for it? 42. Yes, 42. The commentary we've read already. They weren't like mountains. So please go back to we won't go there anymore. We won't go there again. So 42, we've read the commentary already. We now go to 43. We hear the reply of the son. Kala, Kala, Sa'awi, Kala, Sa'awiya ila Jabalin. Kala, Sa'awiya ila Jabalin. Yasimuni minal ma'i. The son replied, I will betake myself to some mountain. It will save me from the water. Yasimuni minal ma. It will save me from the water. So you can see when the father Nuhu was calling him, he said, no, he will take to a mountain. That mountain will save him from the water. As if he's wiser than the father and God together. Oh my God. This is a lesson to children. Or to we all. We all have been children and we still have children. We have grandchildren. When the grandfather is telling you something, please obey. Okay. Sayani ila sayawiya ila jibalu yasimuni min al-fuluki. Kala la asma al-yoma min amarillahi. Noah said, this day nothing can save from the command of God. This day nothing can save from the command of God. He told the son, and the son heard it right and loudly. Right and loud, sorry. Al-yoma kala la asma al-yoma min amrillahi illa man rahima. Command of God. Any but those on whom he has mercy. Illa man rahima. He won't save, and nobody can dodge from the flood except those God has mercy on. On whom he hath mercy. Illa man rahima. Wahala bainahum al-mawji. Wahala bainahum al-mawji. And the waves came between them. Fakana min al-murakin. Fakala mula min al-murakin. Those who were drowned, murakin. Between them, and the son was among those who were drowned. So instead of obeying the father swiftly, he didn't. And the wave came between son and father, or let's say son and the ship or boat or ark. The wave came between them and he was drowned. Well, serve him right or not? All right. Wakana minal muguramun. Yeah, we finished with that. We go to sign 1537. Sorry, we go to note 1537 to sign 43. What is there? 1537. The unbelievers refuse to believe in God, but have great faith in material things. This young man was going to save himself on mountain peaks. eh? On mountain peaks, not knowing that the peaks were themselves being submerged. He never thought of it. Nobody would think of it. They never know what God's anger is. And nobody can prevent God's anger. Cover the peak, all the peaks of mountains, all mountain peaks, so to speak. All right, and that's 1537. We'll go to sign 44. We'll go to sign 44. How many signs are there in here? Let's see. And we have sign up to 49. Okay, we may have to divide it into two. We'll go to sign 44. Mhm. Wakila, wakila, ya ardu, wakila, ya ardu, bala'i, bala'i ma'ika, ya ardu bala'i ma'ika, wa ya sama'i, wa ya sama'i, ikli, wa ya sama'i, ma sama'i, akli, akli'i, wagida, akli'i wagida al-ma'i. Okay, then the word went forth, O earth, swallow up thy water, and O sky, withhold thy rain. That's from God. Told the earth to swallow the water, thy water, and the sky to withhold thy rain. So this is evidence that rain is provided by God. Period. Samai, akli'i, wagida, ma'i, withhold thy rain, and the water abated, and the matter was ended. The matter was ended. Al-ma'i, wakudi al-amre, and the matter was ended. Wakudi al-amru, wakudi al-amru, the matter was ended. Wa astawat, wa is, wa istawat ala, wa istawat ala juhudi, wa istawat ala juhu, ala juhudiyin. And the ark rested on Mountain Jude. And that's ala ala juudi, ala juudi, Mountain Jude, Mount Jude, Juhidi, Mount Jude. And the word, and the fountains of earth gush forth, we said. Am I going backwards? No, no, no. No. Oh, 43. What's that? 43. Judy. What? Ala Judy, Mount Judy. Wakila. Wakila. Bugdan. للقوم ظالمين وكيلا بغدا لقوم الظالمين. Yes. And the matter was ended. And the ark rested on Mount Judy. And the word went forth. Anyway, went forth. Went forth. Away with those who do wrong. go away. Those who do wrong go away. Uh, and the Baghdad, Bugdan, this is it. Wakila, Bugdan, للقوم الظالمين. Away with those who do wrong. Bugdan, لقوم الظالمين. That's the meaning. Bugdan, لقوم الظالمين. Away with those who do wrong. And that's sign 44. Sign 44. And there is commentary for it 1538 and 1532. Sorry, there are two commentaries to it. 1538 and 1533. Let's go there, 1538. A wonderful passage. The whole picture is painted in just a few words. The chain of material facts are linked together, not only in their relations to each other, but also in their relation to the spiritual forces that control them and the spiritual consequences of sin and wrongdoing. Full stop. The drowning in the material sense was the least part of the penalty. Full stop. A whole new world came into existence after the deluge. 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 Now 39, 1539. Let us get a little idea of the geography of the place. The letters JB and K are philo, are, are philologically interchangeable. JB and K are philologically interchangeable. And Judy, comma, or Judy, or Kudi are sounds that can pass into each other. Good Judy, J-U, or Judy, Judi. The vowels lengthened. Judy. Goody, Judy, Judy, Goody, Kudi, Judy, Goody, Kudi. And these three words, the spellings are Gudi, Kudi, Gudi, Judi, Gudi, and Kudi are sounds that can pass into each other. There is no doubt that the name is connected with the name Kud, and Kud is spelled Kurd, in which the letter R is the later interpolation, for the oldest Sumerian record name of a people called called Kuti, and Kuti is spelled Kuti, or Gutu, Gutu, as holding the Middle Tigris, or as holding the Middle Tigris region, not later than 2000 BC, before Christ. CEB, into brackets, C, capital E, capital B, Kurdistan, capital E, capital B, Kurdistan, bracket close, full stop. The region comprises the modern Turkish district of Botan, in which Jabal Judi is situated, into brackets, near the frontiers of modern Turkey, modern Iraq, and modern Syria, and the town of Jazirat ibn Umar, and the town of Jazirat ibn Umar. I think it's related to this Jazeera, Al Jazeera. Maybe, I think so. And the town of Jazirat ibn Umar, and in brackets, on the present Turco-Syrian frontier, bracket close, and it extends into Iraq and Persia, full stop. The great mountain mass of the Arafat Plateau dominates this district. Full stop. This mountain system is unique in the old world in containing great sheets of that water that are bitter lakes without outlets, Lake Van, Lake Urumia being the chief into brackets EB Asia, full stop. Such would be the very region for stupendous deluge if the usual scanty rainfall were to be changed into a very heavy downpour, full stop. A glacier damming of lake, a glacier damming of Lake Van in the Ice Age would have produced the same result, full stop. The region has many local traditions connected with Noah and the flood, full stop. The biblical legend of Mount Arafat being, being the resting place of Noah's Ark, being the resting place of Noah's Ark is hardly plausible, seeing that the highest peak of Arafat with the highest peak of Arafat is over 16,000 feet high. Full stop. If it if it means one of the lower peaks of Arafat's system, it agrees with the Muslim tradition about Mount Judy or Gudi in brackets, and this is in accordance with the oldest and best local traditions, full stop. These traditions are accepted by Josephus. Josephus is spelled Josephus, Josephus, by Josephus, by the Nestorian Christians, and indeed by all Eastern Christians and Jews, and they are the best in touch with local traditions, full stop. See Viscount. Viscount is in brackets. See Viscount J. Breese. I don't know if it's Bryce or Breese. It's a name. Bryse, comma, Transcaucasia, Transcaucasia, and Ararat, Transcaucasia and Ararat, Transcaucasia and Ararat, in inverted commas, Transcaucasia and Ararat Ararat in inverted commas. 4th ED 1897, page 216. 4th ED 1897, page 216. Some of these writings I may not lay hands on for now or ever, I don't know. And that's all. That is commentary 1539 to sign 44. To sign 44. Let's see. 1539 to sign 44. Yes, I think we stop here. We stop here, and when we come back, we start with sign 45. And I think we have only about 6 verses to finish. Yes, about that, 5 or 6 verses to finish. It's been a long session. Thank you very much for lending me your ears and your eyes and your attention and your time. May God be with you all. Ila lekai. Bye bye. Au revoir.